People all over the world is notorious to not pursue sustainability due to several excuses. May it be too expensive or too much of a hassle, especially in Indonesia. Have you, yes you, been in this situation? The situation of making up excuses to help justify why you haven't contributed in being sustainable. I'm 1000% sure you have at some point in your life, because I myself admit to have too, and this is the harmful concept people have accepted, because the truth is, you can be sustainable by not making big sacrifices, by not spending big bucks, or by not going so far out of your way. So where can we start? We can start on one of the largest causes of global warming, especially here in Indonesia, air pollution, or specifically the worsening of air quality in Indonesia. But what is air pollution really? Air pollution is the contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. Residents of Indonesia's capital Jakarta, for example, can expect to lose 2.3 years of life expectancy if 2016 pollution levels are sustained over their lifetime. The loss of life expectancy in some regions is more than 4 years. With that in mind, an ideal situation would be the exact opposite of that. Ideally, Indonesia is surrounded with high air quality, especially on busier areas. This means that pollution will be reduced significantly and citizens of Indonesia follows protocols to keep the environment that way. Though ideally also would be that transportations to be decreased, but realistically with the amount of transportations there are, reaching that ideal situation will have to be done without certain situations. Except that currently, Indonesia's citizens' health, both physically and mentally, have been decreasing due to effects of how much transportation surround them. The effect, which is the pollution, is also affecting global warming and even the air quality. Currently, this issue have been worsening despite solutions have been tried to implement it by governments. As each generation starts to grow, the cruel cycle of how badly we treat the earth has become a deep-rooted issue that affects daily activities. In order to transform from this current situation to the ideal situation, we as citizens of Indonesia should know better and take small actions we can do now together, such as being open to transform the things that we already have to it being more sustainable. The engineering design process is a series of steps that engineers follow to find a solution to a problem. The steps include problem-solving processes such as, for example, determining your objectives and constraints, prototyping, testing, and evaluation, which leads to the formulation of the hypothesis, which is taking immediate actions of this crucial issue, such as transforming what we already have to be a better and more efficient product, will be what we need to be doing together to positively influence our physical and mental health. What we already have can be such a thing to putting a filter over our car to prevent it from producing as much pollution as it already is. As the engineer, it is my responsibility to find the best solution for this issue. Introducing the filter exhaust. A filter exhaust is the perfect way for people to transform something that they already have into something that is much more sustainable instead of buying a completely new and expensive thing. These are the visuals. How easy would it be to just light it on whatever transportation you already have? A small, easy step to a major impact towards the brighter future. And here's the design. It would use the futuristic technology of catalytic converters to be able to burn unburnt fuel before it is released to the atmosphere. The SDGs that the solution will strive further to improve are good health and well-being, sustainable cities and communities, and climate action. With all of that being said, let's all transform something we already have into something more sustainable. Implement the exhaust filter. Thank you for listening to my campaign.